Hey friends, welcome in. We are making pumpkin ginger scones with ginger glaze, only I'm not using any real sugar. So, sugar-free or fake sugar, depending on how you want to call it. So the first thing I need to do is get my blender because, well, food processor, not blender, food processor. We're going to use the easy method. So that means this poor food processor gets more and more cracked every time I use it. It has a design flaw. So that's fun. It's not use it, and it won't get cracked or use it because the RPMs on the motor creates enough torque that it tweaks the plastic. And when you tweak your plastic enough, it breaks. So. I'm also making this healthy. I'm making it less full of empty stuff except our sugar, which is empty. Becky? Oh, there's a reason.
I wish she's a Becky.
Well, you're Veronica, though. Ow.
You're Tiffany.
I know.
No.
We all have. Well, as soon as I turn the cameras on, everybody needs to get in here. Bye. What? I am joking. See you in an hour.
What?
I said see you in an hour. Because it'll be 5. And there's wine in the fridge. Because they went to Trader Joe's. Hey Max, hey Flat, how are you guys doing? Good to see you. So my poor cracked carafe. Can you see the cracks? Not really. Yeah, you can. Right there, you can. It's a really nice. Food processor. It just busted. I'll tell you why. See how that's all plastic? It docks in plastic and then it spins, and you can tell like the way the lines radiate out from the center. It's stress. So that's funny. Oh well. How are y'all today? It's my streaming Friday. So that is a thing. Not good or bad, just a thing. It says to preheat. So I'm going to preheat. I've been burning everything. So I'm going to go 375 instead of 400. And then we'll use about the same bake time. You thought it was Friday then? I'm so sorry, Max. It's only my Friday. I know. Everybody has to get up tomorrow and do whatever Friday things there are. But our Friday is usually, it's not, how do I say? I was telling the kid, it's a co-op and it's good. It's meant to be a social co-op. It's a social co-op, so that's great. So there's not a lot of like learning and teaching and stuff. There's a little bit of devotional kind of thing at the beginning, and that's all fine, but lately, getting up to walk a mile in 2 hours is emotionally exhausting because it's not physically active. It's just like I'm gonna walk real slow. And I don't mind that I walk with other people's kids and I get to talk to some of my mom friends. That's great. It's just literally, I would love to do something active, and to spend 2 hours walking a mile, it it just doesn't suit me right now. It bothers me. So, gross, I know, flat spin. Which bit's the gross part though? I know which part I don't like. And I'm trying to figure out why is that so bothersome to me? Why does that irritate me? I wasn't irritated when we all had little booths and we did messy science themes. Like that was fun. It just feels wasteful, and I don't know. So, something's going on there. So I still have to wake up, and then I just very slowly walk, and then come back, and then come home and eat lunch and have the rest of my Friday. I don't know. But I'm going to a retreat tomorrow night, so I won't be here to stream. But I'm going to take these pumpkin ginger scones with ginger glaze to the retreat, and it's most of the people that I know, grammar, most of the people there will be healthy eaters. So I'm making this healthy-ish You'd rather ride a bike. Yeah, you ran 20 miles. Cookies, no cookies. We have scones. I don't mind riding a bike. I prefer a stationary bike to one that I have to avoid people with because then I get all screamy. Nobody likes that. But I hate running. I love walking. I love walking fast. I love like, let's go get somewhere on our legs without having to run. So that may or may not be a brisk walk. I'm a brisk walker. That's what it is. I really am. And I have no regrets on that. I'm like, that's, my friends know it. Like if she says, hey, you want to take a walk, you put on your walking shoes because you're going to walk. So, flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, cinnamon, allspice, ginger. Okay, we're going to start there. All the dry stuff. So I got out my whole wheat flour instead of my AP flour. No regrets. No regrets. I can't even say it, no regrets, with a straight face anymore because, come on now. It's so silly. All right, and I'm actually going to put flax in here. I do need to crack the flax before I put it in because I don't think this food processor will be able to open the flax seeds. So, if you want flax in your diet for its health benefits, please do not eat this like it is. These are flax seeds. These are golden flax. You poop them out if you eat them like this. So if you want health benefits from what's inside there, don't eat them like that. You have to crack them open. I'm going to use my immersion blender because it is super for this kind of thing. Oh, where's my other bit? There it is. I was hiding behind the cheese grater. So I always use this because this is small enough to grab a bunch of the seeds and open them up. Whereas I don't think this will do it. I haven't tried because I just don't have any faith in it. I don't have a container right now for whole wheat flour, but I should probably convert my AP container at least to half and half, if not. Oh, this is all, oh, this is, it is whole wheat. It's just less dense, less coarse, I should say. So I want about 100, 200 and probably 40 of this. Whoop. Yep, okay, fine. In the meantime, not the cheese grater, I know. Hadrian's Gamer, how are you? Hey, Jay Birdie. That puts me into mind of Clue. Not the candlestick, only it'd be in my kitchen, right? And it'd be like, was it in the pantry or the microwave? Was it under the counters or above the counters? And already my counter is a mess. All right, so that's enough flour. So I'm going to put in, I did make notes before I started, believe it or not. Flax next. If I can open this without ripping it, oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, 30 grams. I was going to be more or less, but I hit exactly 30, so that's fine. Normally you would save, you can, if you crack it, you have to save it in the fridge. I would normally fridge this, I just haven't. So when the seed coat's on it, it's a little bit easier to get away with not fridging it. Big Kitty's over there howling. I don't even know what she wants. Maybe she will come visit us today. All right, it's gonna be whizzy. Get your earbuds out or whatever you got. It's not as loud. So since there's nothing wet in it for the immersion blender to grab onto, it's just a manual process. And I won't get all of them, but I got most of them. That was not the button I wanted to push. Oops. So as soon as you crack it open, it becomes like a powder. And for me, the nice thing is it weighs the same. So I just weigh it out like I would weigh out whole wheat flour. It has fat in it, so if you don't fridge the cracked stuff at this point, it will go rancid. Could go rancid. I mean, sometimes my butter in the fridge gets all funky. So, but this is our cracked flax. And it doesn't really add flavor. To me, I've never noticed it. If you can see, you can't really see it. There are individual seeds. There's like an individual seed, but almost all of it was opened up. So that is awesome. This might be like I looked up at y'all and I wasn't even showing my face. This might be the quickest recipe I've done lately, so that's okay. I woke up groggy and I thought, okay, well, I took some melatonin to make sure I wasn't going to keep myself up all night because lately that's been a thing. So I woke up groggy and thought, oh, it's like the melatonin, but the groggy hasn't gone away. And I'm pretty sure I can't blame the melatonin forever. So I'm tired. I was telling Irish earlier because we were out walking around the neighborhood because it's so nice out. It's 82. It was like 72 when we went out and walked around, and I said if I had a hammock, I would just take a big nap in it. We do not have a hammock. So there's that. Now I got it on this too. We'll just tip this in here. Tip it in. So we are putting in salt. I don't know why I'm putting it on the scale because we don't weigh our salt usually. Actually, we did yesterday, didn't we? So crunching, crunching, crunching. Tell me how y'all are. Tell me what you're doing this weekend, if anything. If nothing, tell me that too, and I'll be very happy for you if that's what you're aiming for. I will be at this retreat singing songs, eating s'mores, all the things. It'll be fun. So I hydrated even though no one told me to. Look at how responsible I am today. Cinnamon, allspice, ginger. And then we got our butter. Half cinnamon. I refilled my Italian seasoning container, so I make my own mix. It's not complicated. Basil, oregano, thyme, marjoram, but I don't have any. Did I say basil? Anyway, the thyme I have is powder. It's a dust, and everything else that I have for the Italian seasoning is a leaf, you know, like a dried leaf. So, oh, this is the first time I've opened this allspice. That's nice. So interestingly, I was, you know, putting it down the funnel and just clouds and clouds of thyme kept coming up and getting at me. Which I like thyme okay, but not that much. Not enough to inhale it. Allspice is nice. It's earthy without being rude about it, you know? Always reminds me of Christmas. This one always comes out in the fall, I think. I'm so tempted to put more ginger in here because if they're pumpkin ginger scones with ginger glaze, there should be more than a quarter. Well, there is candied ginger in it too, or crystallized. But I just want to put, I want to put more of the dry stuff in because I love it. All right, that's all our dry. Yep. So I am going to whiz it for a minute to mix it all together, or as much as we can. But I unplugged it to plug in the immersion blender, so here we go. All right, so I'm just going to do a couple of pulses on this one. There, that's good. Let me rinse these off so that I don't have to do too much cleanup after stream. That now all of my measuring teaspoons are dirty or have been rinsed off and are over there. So since I cut my silicone mat yesterday, knowing I would, doing it anyway, and then realizing I ripped it up really badly, I have ordered new silicone mats and they will be here next week. However, I did go ahead and get Amazon Basic cheapies. And of course there's always a couple of 1-star reviews where things are shady or cut or dirty or not as advertised. But I'm slightly terrified. Actually, the real reason I got the Amazon Basics was because I went to go look for the same brand of mat I had, and Amazon doesn't sell it. So then I got a little grumpy. And then I did go look at the Silpat, because that's kind of your gold standard for silicone mats for baking. Like, I call mine Silpat sometimes accidentally. And they're $30 for one. And I can get 2 Amazon Basics ones for $10. And they're the right size for my tray. So we'll see. We'll see. If they burn everything and melt everything, you'll get to participate live on Twitch. Won't that be fun? And then I can post a video review and write a scathing note. I've spent so much money on Amazon. I think they like me. I think they don't hate me anyway. All right, I'm just checking my signal. We saw a guy working from Comcast out replacing another tap that fed our tap. He did not want to talk to us, but that's okay. We talked to him anyway. Because after 6 months of them trying to find the problem, sometimes we take a few liberties that we wouldn't normally. I would never normally go bother a technician. But we went, hey, we're the ones who've been calling. You working on replacing the thing? Great. How are you going to test it? He's like, we'll just wait and see if it happens again. We've been doing that since April. So like, I'm a little exhausted with that right now, but that's okay. Does not bother Comcast one bit. But one stick. Frozen or very cold? I'm going for very cold. I do have some frozen, but we'll be quick about it. No worries. And then once it comes out here, you'll be able to see it because I'll put the bowl out. But it is meant to be cut into pats. A pat of butter. How civilized. I don't think they know that my food processor is very tiny. My child is texting in a foreign language, and I don't think it's a real one. All right, so it's a little less than half of it, but we'll whiz it. Throw a few more in there. I could have done this by hand and made this much slower. Try and keep most of the dry, dusty stuff inside the thing. It doesn't even smell. You can't really tell the spices are in there. If this is not flavorful, I will be disappointed. Oh, you know what? Okay, so it says crystallized ginger chopped. I have crystallized ginger, so this is still sugar-free. It's hard as nails, I swear. It's very hard because I crystallized it in the fake sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, I should have put sugar in here? Yeah, should have. Wasn't paying attention. I'm actually, well, yeah. I'm gonna put the crystallized ginger in here because usually crystallized ginger is like soft and sticky and chewy, and that is hard and crunchy. So just for the texture difference, I'll do the blades. I broke it, maybe. Just because it didn't come out as planned doesn't mean everything's ruined. So I'm gonna put the 2 tablespoons of sugar, but this is obviously our fake sugar, so still sugar-free. I think this might only have 2 tablespoons of sugar in it. How are you, Mr. Design Cooks? What's going on with you today? Okay, there's a tiny bit left, but I don't want to oversweeten it, so I'm just gonna leave like literally a teaspoon of fake sugar in there, and we'll pulse this down. 2 streams in one day. I didn't stream before. Are you on a different time zone? Could be. All right, pulse. Crunchy, crunchy. Okay, well, it's filled to the brim. I didn't stream this morning. If I did, that's why I'm so tired, is I sleep streamed. At least not in my morning. Where are you located? I do try to keep track of at least viewer time zones. I'm not amazing at it, but I do try. All right, so there's a little bit of butter and goodness sticking to the blades. I have cut so many spatulas up on this. And then my sister cut her ankle on it. It fell out of her cabinet as she was walking by and just fell into her ankle and sliced so deep. Oh, they're wicked sharp, which is great until you touch them with something you don't want cut. Indiana, no, I'm in the US, so we should be fairly similar time zones. No, I did not stream this morning. There may be another amazing blue-haired cooking food and drink streamer out there that you saw, and that's fine. She and I need to meet up sometime though. That'd be fun. Maybe you just haven't slept yet, and so you don't know that it's Thursday. Although Max, I accidentally implied that it was Friday. So I'm so sorry. You still have to get up in a bit. All right, that's most of the dust off of the motor, food processing unit. You did sleep? Okay, good, good. Don't think he cooks though. Everybody should cook. I think if everybody had a food and drink stream, that'd be awesome. I've failed enough, you know, that I'm not gonna say like, oh, it'd be so hilarious because everyone would fail and I do all right on mine. I've messed up tons of stuff. So it wouldn't be like nailed it, you know, where you see the professionals and then you see like half of us in food and drink are like, oh, that didn't work. Well, we'll just try something else. All right, so add the, yep, okay. What next? Aha. Small bowl, pumpkin, check. My smallest of bowls, my pumpkinnest. Max, you don't show up for work. Yes, you should say. Lysanth said, I'm calling in sick. Here's a note from Lysanth, and then just clip it and like send a link. I give permission to everyone who cannot make it to work today to take the day off and use it for self-care. I'm serious. The missus has informed you you weren't here this morning. You're just losing your mind. That is why we have partners and people around us so that they can find our minds when it wanders off somewhere. Like I'll walk up to Irish and I'll be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And he'll be like, what are you talking about? I'm like, we had a conversation. He's like, no, we did not. So I'm like, oh, darn it. So I have to start at the beginning instead of in the middle, which is where I usually try to jump in. Okay, pumpkin puree, milk, and egg. Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't get the fridge stuff out because I wanted it to be cold. Okay, egg. And milk. Hi, child.
What are we having for dinner?
We're having pasta for dinner. Why?
I kind of wanted ramen.
You wanted ramen? I can help you make ramen if you don't want the pasta that I make, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Also, okay, and
She will.
10 hours. 7.
The child's best friend has not texted her back yet. This is dramatic. It's very worrisome, only it's really not. The bane of creative mind, you can have a whole day in your head and not realize it didn't happen. Truth. Yes. Or I can do a bunch of stuff and then realize that I wasn't even paying attention, and then stuff did happen and I didn't notice. All right, pumpkin. The funny thing is they have all these pumpkins out now, pumpkin cans obviously, on all the shelves. And so when I was first starting to make things with pumpkin, I was like, oh, well, they'll have it out in the middle of the aisle. I had to go hunt for where they keep it in the off season when it's not fall, which is in the baking aisle. So if you want canned anything else other than pumpkin, it's in the canned vegetable aisle, but pumpkin has a special place, hidden away. Oh, you know, let's see how much half a cup. Oh, 120 grams. How super nice that they put the exact amount I needed on the label. The thing about pumpkin is I have to decide what else to make with it, because if I don't make stuff with it, it'll mold. And not too fast, but you know, I can't leave it in my fridge forever. So I think next week I have to come up with a bunch of fun stuff to make. Or I might take a week off. I don't even know yet. Was it 120? It was 120. Oh, I'm over. Let's put some back in. No one will know. Just had to remind yourself you went grocery shopping yesterday. Did you like open the fridge and go, wow, this is great. What happened? My mind revolves around food, I swear. I mean, there are worse things it could revolve around, so you know. But still, sometimes it feels a little bit much. Ooh, can we use this one? We have some cat food lids, and they work really great for cans like this because they have different settings and they seal them really well. I guess because they know your cats are trying to get into it. Oh, did you hear it snap? It's the good stuff. All right, and milk, which I owe no egg as well. But how much milk? It says don't add all the milk. The half cup. Okay. You want to go back to the store? Yeah, the store got expensive, you guys. You can't just pop over to the grocery store anymore and come out of there for anything less than, well, who knows? I thought I spent a lot for our weekly, and then I went to go, and it has like some medications in it and stuff, which are a little bit, you know, extra and pricey. And incidental, right? You don't buy them. We don't buy them every week anyway. But then I went to Trader Joe's because I was going to show my friends. So a couple of my friends had never been. I was like, oh, we'll show you all the wonderful things there are at Trader Joe's. And they all came out with like a few things, and I had like a cart. Like I didn't even mean to. And then I was just, well, but we need this. And the child was allowed to pick out several things. And so, so I just basically can't go to the grocery store anymore, is the moral of the story. Hey, Geek Boy, Trader Joe's is too much. Why, you just want to, oh, by the way, these are Trader Joe's croissants. So I've made croissants several times. I love them. These are too easy. So I'm making them for dessert. They come in a box frozen. They look smaller than this. And then you prove them over, it says 9 hours. But I put it strategically right where the outflow of my convection oven is. And I made cookies earlier, so it got a couple times to get up to a nice toasty room temperature. So I'm gonna bake them for dessert. And they are magnificent. Almond and chocolate. The chocolate's bittersweet. The child loves it. So it's been really nice to go get. They're mostly indulgences from Trader Joe's, not like the stock stuff, like, because they're chicken. I mean, because everything's a little pricier and it's all organic, and some of they have gluten-free, dairy-free, all sorts of things if you need those things. So it's called cheating. Too expensive, yeah. Yeah, I get that. You're raised poor, you stay poor even with money. You know, the mindset I don't think changes. I don't think it does. The funny thing is, I was raised very, very frugal. You know, worked through college. My parents helped pay for some of it. We had college money from like when we were born, relatives put, you know, money in, and my parents managed it very well. So all of us got something for college, which was awesome. I worked for my last couple of years to finish it. And then I managed to get a good job, which was awesome. I mean, computer science, you're going to usually get a pretty good job in the 90s and early 2000s, maybe not now. And so, like, I had a decent, you know, amount of money, but I was stuck on, like, can't spend anything, can't, you know, have to save everything, can't spend anything. And I've gotten better about that. But now that we're in retirement life and we don't have an income and are trying, you know, living off of what we, you know, planned for retirement, it feels like we're back to that, like, can't spend anything, which is not a healthy place to be. It served us okay, though. I got college money, yes. I didn't, yeah, no, I was very lucky. You're trapped in this poor life and hate it, geek boy. I'm so sorry. It really makes a difference. Like, the people who say, oh, well, no, it's not really the money. Like, yeah, it is. 100% it is. If you don't have to worry about enough to eat or healthcare, or, like, you know, if somebody gets sick, are you going to be able to afford, you know, that it's so much less stressful when you have enough money to cover those things. And right now we're on that edge of like, oh, we should, well, I won't go into healthcare and all of that shenanigans, but it's a bit of a stressor, I think, for most people. Retirement, like, make you look like you're in your 30s. So Irish took early retirement, and I am a few years younger than he is. So early retirement, I should have said. I did not retire. We met at work. I did not retire from the company. I quit because I wanted to go part-time with kiddo. When she was about 4, I was like, you know, I really like this kid a lot. And she's like becoming a human. I should really spend time with her. And we got to like the very cusp of them saying, yes, we'll offer you this part-time job in a different department, blah, blah, blah. And then they said, nope, we only want you full-time. And I had to quit, like, unexpectedly, shockingly had to quit. So I never retired out. I just stopped. And Irish went through to a certain point and then was able to take early retirement. Thank you, pandemic. Thank you, Daniel, for the hydrate. When someone says money can't buy happiness, you want to slap them? Right, exactly. Money can't buy happiness. We'll take the sanctimonious smile off your face and go live that way for a little while. I give you 2 weeks tops before you start to cry every day. Like, come on now. Yes, it can. With the right attitude, but, you know. Or has never been on a boat. Yes. Money can buy you a boat. Truth. You've never seen a sad person on a boat? Go on a Carnival cruise. After about the 3rd day, when they're all passed out in their own vomit. Good times. I've been on a couple of Carnival cruises. There's one that leaves from South Texas, so it was easy. And then they had like, get a free room thing deal, and I keep looking. Like, could I get a free cruise? Like, that would be great. Okay, so we're baking something. Let me just make sure I'm supposed to, oh, a fork. It says fork or spatula. Okay, we're fine, everything's fine. Ooh, that's a big piece of crystallized ginger. Geek might be different. Used to work on a ship, right, okay, yes. True, true. I'm not a fishing boat kind of person myself. I've known plenty of people who are. Irish used to have a boat. He had a boat when I met him. He sold the boat a couple of years later. We were not boat people. I'm not. And then we both decided staying inside and playing video games was much better. On a ship for 2 years in the Navy. not really thrilled, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. How are you? Hello. How's your Thursday treating you? I'm just tired. I'm trying not to go too fast because I don't want to rush through this and make y'all think that I don't want to be here for you. But boy, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go take a nap before I make dinner. Okay, I'm not supposed to overmix it. I may need more milk than what's indicated depending on humidity and temperature of the kitchen. Okay, well, we'll give this a good shot because it looks pretty dry, but it needs to be rollable. You're tired, you just got home? 13.6 miles today. Bless you, Daniel. That is a lot of walking. I don't want to use the spatula anymore. I'll try the fork thing. I do love walking, but if I walk 13 miles a day, I might stop saying that. I should try that, huh? Just drag the kid. I'd have to get a big kid stroller because I don't think she could walk 13 miles at this point. I think her butt would fall off. All right, let's see if the fork treats me any better. Well, it's good to see you, Daniel. It's good to see all of you. I appreciate all of you. And Mr. Design Cooks and Geek Boy. Max is here, Flat somewhere. Flatspin's always like, hi, Mom. And then I imagine like he runs out and plays football with his friends in the street for a couple hours, then he comes in when it's dinner time. I have this whole idea in my head of like, oh, the pretend streamer family, Twitch family thing in my imagination. Why not? It's funny. Funny to me anyway. Okay, it doesn't need any more flour for sure. I don't like either of these. I'm just gonna go back and forth. No, I'm not gonna get anything else dirty. I'm just gonna keep suffering. You're the one that lives under the stairs. I just like, oh gosh, I can't be Aunt Petunia though. She's awful. I don't care why. I don't care that she was so set on being a witch and then wasn't accepted and had big feelings about that. She was not pleasant and she had poor mate selection, so she can shove it. Actually, there's a bathroom under our stairs, Daniel, so you can live in the bathroom. You just lock the door when you don't want anybody else to come in. They'd be like, I have to pee. Don't care. Don't care, go away. 73.5 miles in 4 days. Oh my goodness. You have the same route every day? Or do you switch your routes? I know you said you were doing overtime, so does that add like a different route to your normal, or I'm gonna go get a dirty towel so I can make it dirtier. Floured surface, bring it together. Yep. Cut. Okay. On it. Definitely need more flour on the floured surface. And I'm using a proper cutting board today so that I don't shred parchment paper. It's the same route. Your route is 13 miles if you don't cut the lawn's 12 miles if you do. Nice. Okay. That makes sense because you're generally at about 13 miles when I see you post it. So that's understandable. This is the flour bag, by the way. I didn't think my cat was one of those cats. And so I had it up here, closed, obviously. And I got it home from the store and I was gonna put it away last because it's flour, so it's fine. And she walks up to it and she looks at it and then she shoves it off and it lands with a thump on the floor. And I'm like, what was that? And I come look and thank God it didn't bust open. But my cat's not that cat and now she's becoming that cat. Legit. Oh, is this yours? She did it, there was like stuff on my counter, or no, my dresser. And she was like, hey, I'm sitting up here, which she always does. And then she was like, I'm pushing stuff off. Rude. Like, is that a survival trait? Where do they even get that? All right, I'm gonna need a lot more flour. Ugh. I always make the gross noise in the face because it's sticky. It's like I don't do this every day. I still don't like it. It's still gross. Oh man, I should probably bake some cookies for the kids I'm gonna see tomorrow. That'd be a me thing to do, wouldn't it? Maybe we'll go through freezer dough. We'll go through freezer dough in a minute and see what else I can bake off, because I like to feed the children cookies and things. I try not to do it every time because there are moms in there who are like, we're no sugar, we're strictly gluten-free, we're whatever. I mean, if they don't want me to give their kids cookies, I totally respect that. But like, if they're like, let the kid decide, like, yeah, their kids are gonna eat it. Silly kitty turning into grumpy cat, maybe so. Maybe that's what's going on. Pat into an 8-inch round circle, cut dough into 8 equal size wedges. All right, getting out my ruler. Okay. The trick is going to be, I need to flip it over, because I'm pretty sure the other side's completely stuck to the cutting board. So should you go out and get your yard work done today, or should I just do it tomorrow on your weekend off? Oh, that is such a good question, Daniel. We'll make a poll to see what everybody thinks, but you still get to have the deciding vote, okay? Because do you want a weekend like off, or do you want a weekend where you have to do something, right? But you get Friday and Saturday off? Oh no, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because you get Sundays off. All right, I'll put some thought into it. You finally get all three. I'm so glad. Mondays have kind of been an extra day off for me, but they won't be anymore. They were for like 2 or 3 weeks, because we usually have an 8 a.m. thing on Mondays. But the lady who was doing the thing was out of town. And now she's back. And that's okay. All right, so I'm gonna flip it. Aha, it actually came off quite nicely with flour everywhere. Well, I'm actually impressed and pleased that that happened that way. I kind of want to like get out my rolling pin and make it quite even in its thickness, but they're rustic, they'll be fine. You say F it and not do it at all. Well, is it just mowing the lawn? That's a good third option. Like if it's just mowing, could that go another week? Or, but if it's like edging and all that stuff, does it really need it, you know? Do you want to be that guy whose lawn looks like that? Ah! Oh, that's right. I am not cutting it on the parchment because it will go through the parchment. And I will cut it into pieces like I did last time. Oh, but actually this should slide off. Let's see. If it slides off onto here, then it's not gonna stick, and that's nice. Can I slide it? Nope. I'll flip it then. All right, that's fine. You have to get all the leaves to the front curb. Ah, I see. So is it just raking, or do you like leaf blow? If you're efficient at leaf blowing, that would be, you know, maybe that could be satisfying. I don't know. I don't have a leaf blower. Hi, Boro. If a cow doesn't produce milk, is it a milk dud or an udder failure? Good job with those. Those are good. All right. So it was supposed to be 8. It's 9. by 9. So at least I'm consistent. It's just not. They'll be a little bit thinner maybe. That's okay. There, I like that I got to score it first anyway with my long straight edge. Definitely leaf blow. Oh, okay. Cool. Irish always says he wants a lawn where he can have a riding lawnmower because that would be fun for him. It looks like it could be very soothing, you know. Okay, we should have 8 wedges. Let's see. How are you feeling today, Bora? Oh, and I'm sorry. I think we overwhelmed you, didn't we? A little bit with our offers to voice chat anybody in any of the Discords. But I'm glad you're back. Oh, gosh. Oh, it's so sticky. Okay, come on. We got this. Here we go. There we go. This is not the best to lift it with. It's making it misshapen on the bottom. We'll pat them down. They'll be fine. I'll show you in a second. Not quite enough countertop space for all the things that I'm trying to do. You're gonna say meh. Good. I appreciate your honesty, your authenticity. I'm very tired. I debated streaming, but I like doing this and I can do this and I need to make these, and so we'll be here together and then I'll go. And I've been thinking all day about taking a nap and it's far too late to do that now. But I did decide to skip workout and maybe just lay around for the rest of the day as well. And I'm working really hard on not feeling guilty about that. It's going moderately, so yeah. You know what? I bet if I put these in a circle, they would fit better. I'm just like putting them in all different orientations and things. They fit in as wedges for a reason. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so I'm gonna transfer this last one and then show you on the baking sheet after we put this away. It's never too late to take a nap. I don't know, Daniel. If I have one late at night, I'm afraid, or late in the afternoon, I'm afraid I won't go to sleep, like at bedtime. I'm also a 50-50 wake up grumpy from a nap person, and that's kind of crappy to be around for my family. Like, what's wrong with mom? She took a nap. She's furious. Like, nobody wants that. Okay. And then you can play well. Oh, do not tempt me. What if I took a nap and then I got up really, really early at like 3 in the morning and then I played WoW until like 8 in the morning and then I fed the child and we went off to this thing and I was like delirious and also had played WoW for like hours straight. So I'm already a little loopy. It always gets me that way. If I sit down and play WoW for hours straight, it's kind of like reading a trilogy of books all in one sitting. I'm like so in the world that I'm looking at that I'm like, what's all this business out here? Like, no. I'm going to be thinking about WoW or, oh, so I recommended it yesterday, but I recommend it again today. There is a trilogy called the Scholomance Trilogy by Naomi Novak. It's super good. It does include a really super snarky, grumpy, powerful dark sorceress who's in a school that's trying to kill her, and that's the Scholomance. So anyway, recommended reading. Sounds like a good time. I'd be like, Daniel said, okay, so I gave y'all all permission to take tomorrow off from work, and then Daniel gave me permission to stay up all night playing WoW and be delirious tomorrow. I like it. We're all bad influences. Okay, so these are pumpkin scones that have crystallized sugar-free ginger from the time I candied ginger in the fake sugar. They've got whole wheat flour, they've got cracked flax, and they've got the fake sugar for sugar, and then cinnamon, allspice and ginger, not clove or nutmeg, allspice, which I might start subbing every time it says ginger, or nutmeg, I might put allspice in instead. So these are gonna bake. This is a whole new recipe for me, so we'll see how it goes. If it fails, Oh, brush milk on top. Oh, okay. Let me get the milk back out. So my milk will not do as well. Where's my little, oh, there it is. My milk will not do as well on these to keep them soft because it is skim. And so the fat keeps them soft and the sugar crisps them up. So there's enough sugar in this milk that it will, you know what I mean by sugar, like skim milk has the fat taken out and all the lactose is still there, and anything that ends in an ose is a sugar, even though not all of it tastes good. Old Spice, all spice. Humans are humans and all spice is Old Spice. This is what happens when I don't pay attention to what I'm saying. Look, I promise, it's not deodorant. That's all spice. All the spice. We should keep track. It would only be funny for a while though, and then it gets silly and boring. You're being dumb. Daniel's being a hilarious peasant. I love it. Middle-aged spice, right? It's not old yet. I mean, I don't know how soggy they're supposed to be. I always put butter or egg wash on these. It's fine, we'll be fine. You wouldn't say hilarious, just I don't know, I have the same kind of sense of humor, so we're all good. All right, yum. Well, and the kind that when John makes a picture of, was it Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer? I don't know the difference other than like, there's serial killers who are bad. With me on it, it cracked me up. I thought it was very funny. 16 to 18, we'll check at 15 as usual. Okay, we have that going. I'm gonna dump these in the sink. Put the milk away. And then we'll put the rest of this away. I will look through my freezer and see if there's something we are gonna justify baking for the kiddos that I'll see tomorrow. I'm not above bribing children with cookies. I think you should know that about me because it might change your opinion. Or not. Okay, garam masala, then ginger. Okay. Oh no, it doesn't fit. I know what I did. Okay, everything is fine. Ugh. I'm climbing over things all over my floor. I've become that person who in the kitchen has like piles. Ooh, should Daniel do his yard work today or tomorrow? 3 of you voted. It's unanimous. You gotta get out there, Daniel. Unless you're not doing it all, in which case that's fine. Oh, you read it too. There you go. We ruined everything for him, you guys. Just do it quick and then come back. Nobody will grade you, right? There's not a quiz later. Hey, you know what I didn't put in there? That's gonna be real fun. Tablespoon of baking powder. Hey, Bridget Lacey, thank you for the follow. Everything is ruined, but hey, that's all right. We might be remaking these. They're not gonna be edible. There's no powder, baking powder in them. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. Truth, Boro, that's a good one. I'm so annoyed. It's fine, whatever. I'll remake them, I don't care. I refuse to be annoyed. Do some deep breathing. Everything is ruined, exactly. Bridget, good, how are you? I just realized I left out the baking powder, so that's terrible. Also, I'm really tired. But everything else is fine. What brought you in? Were you like, she looks like she knows how to cook, and then you're like, oh no, never mind. I just, you know, I'm too hard on myself. I'm like sitting here going like, oh, that was so dumb. Hey, but if I do it again, this time I'll do it by hand. Because I said, oh, I should have done it by hand. Plus I have out every bowl and everything. You wanted to see how I cook. Oh, thank you. Usually I don't make a mistake like leaving out the leavening. Usually I do not. But today is a different day apparently. So I usually make sweets, and today is the pumpkin ginger scones, or will be. Like, should I even let them bake, you guys? I'm gonna restart. I'm gonna restart and do that properly so that when those come out and are bricks, we'll have something else to bake. That'll be fine. Got you talking about wow and you forgot the baking powder, 100%. Bridget, I don't play games. Oh, thank you, Bora, I will stretch. I don't play games on this account. When I play games, it's multiplayer with Irish Fatty, who is my husband. So I will shout him out in case any of y'all need to follow him.
On this skin, I would never make it clear. Whoa.
That's him playing DCS. He also does art streams where he makes the skins for the airplanes. Let's shout, Daniel, I meant to shout you out. So that's our Daniel. Jumping, scaring. How about you, Bridget? Do you play games? Are you a streamer? You think you can follow? Daniel's like, maybe this Irish guy sounds sus. I see, and I do play WoW, but I just don't play it on stream, and so I got all, see, he's getting all judgy. He didn't mind that I forgot all the ingredients, or the main ingredient of my scones. He only pipes up whenever I talk about him. We're gonna see him in about 8 minutes anyway, for his cameo. Borrow. Keep streaming Minecraft just on your Discord server, but public is insane. Maybe. Daniel, are you saying Irish needs all the shout outs? Irish is so close to 1,000. He's stuck at 961. Go give him a follow, make him feel better, and then unfollow him later. I'm teasing. Geek Boy, trying to get yourself to level another 60 from 50 with the 50% XP buff. Yep. Yeah, I keep looking at my priest going, I will never play her. I level her shadow and then I just leave her. I did play my lock today. Oh, but Bridget, did I miss your answer? I did not. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was still paying attention to all the things while I redo these entire scones. Oh, you know what? I can't do them exactly the same because that was all of my crystallized ginger. So I'm gonna make it up by putting more dry spice in the mix and then we'll just go from there. It'll be fine. I have raw ginger, I have grated ginger. It'll change the water content though. Nah, not this time. Maybe next time.
Everything is fine, nothing is ruined.
You want to taste the food? Well, Bridget, I usually taste the food on your behalf. So even if those are bricks or rocks or whatever, we'll get a taste in, don't you worry. I wish I could fax it to you guys, honestly. I don't have a fax machine, I'm kidding. Theater Tech, good morning to you. How's Friday? Thursday's all right. A complete nut, what did she do? Did you have to stop paying her? Like you broke everything. We do need smell-o-vision. Oh, that would be good, except that I'd start my stream and you'd be like, why does it smell like bacon and socks? My kitchen always smells funny, and then I start baking. Thank you, Bridget. I made all my emotes myself. That's really sweet of you. I appreciate that. I'm not an artist. I am just enjoying goofing around in Photoshop when I do those things. We are gonna add some vanilla too, because I like to add vanilla to my bakes, as you know, and makes it taste sweeter without adding sugar. Socks, I don't know, I just made it up, but the laundry nook is right behind the ring light that I'm staring at. So probably smells like clean socks and bacon and kolaches. What, your kitchen doesn't smell like socks? Don't judge me. 700-gram bag of sugar. Malia? What's Malia? I only know that as evil magic. I mean, evil magic and a 700-gram, I said pound, didn't I? 700-gram bag of sugar would also be really bad. Oh, you're an artist. Oh, cool. So Irish does art, he doesn't stream it as art streams, but he does the skinning for his airplanes, and it's in Photoshop, and it's really fun to watch for a lot of people anyway. So very cool. You are welcome to shout yourself out, Bridget, if you're streaming that stuff. Your kitchen is part of one main room you have, so it's all the same, yeah. Mally is your niece? Dude, does she know her name means evil magic? That's cool. Oh, cool. Malia. That makes more sense. I've heard that name. Hey, Spicy. Lord Spicy, how you doing? I have to get the flax out and everything. Malia, yes, of course it is. I've just been reading this other book in which Malia makes a feature because it's about evil magic. Where did I put the flax seeds? I didn't put them away, that's why I can't find them. Fantastic. And all my spices. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I mean, what's baking smells good. So there's that. I'm gonna put the baking powder in first. We're gonna start there. Doing well, your kingdom does still stand. Excellent. Okay, egg goes in here. I'm gonna do it all in the wrong order now to try and get some space up here. All right, we're using brown, well, partly the fake brown sugar because I use most of my white sugar. Unlike the UK, what happened? She got booted out? Somebody else will pick it up, it's all right. Y'all be all right. I read it this morning early and I haven't checked since. So did she resign? I'll cut Texas, lol, just kidding. All right. Resigned, yeah. It is a bit of a mess, isn't it, Spicy? It'll be all right, it really will. In the long run. Although now, 20 years from now, when there's a crater where the UK was. I'm kidding. I think maybe I'm just really in a bit of a dark mood, but I think I'm funny. Sorry, y'all. Also walks back into the catering trailer in between which you clean the sugar and put a different location. She runs back, ready to help with the brownies. And runs over and falls straight. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, no. Malia needs a break. She needs a timeout. Come on, girl. Get it together. Unlike me. Just kidding. I'm totally trying to get it together. All right, so we had half a cup of milk in here. And then another tablespoon to brush. Bring Bojo back, oh my gosh. With his hair or lack thereof or toupee or whatever. I couldn't stop looking at it, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to judge him by his hair, but then it's this, couldn't look away. How do you know this? Sounds like something a 10-year-old would do. Thanks for the future creator. You got it, Max. Get out. I'll give you warning before. Wouldn't that be terrible if it was like a prediction? I secretly have powers. All right, I'm gonna put just a splash of vanilla in here and put it away. Man, they smell good. Yeah, I haven't risen a bit. Not a scone. Spices. Half and quarter, right? Yep, okay. Boris and Trump give same hair vibes. Accurate. Truth. Boris is just a lot paler. Thank you for the lyric, Daniel. Are you actually going to go do your lawn? So you did a thing for me. What did you do? Theater tech. You have me all curious. Okay, so I'm actually doubling the amount of ginger, so it's half instead of a quarter of a teaspoon. And then our quarter of a teaspoon comes out of the allspice. Or Old Spice, depending on how I'm enunciating. You still remember your brothers at that age plus a few people you know have kids. So Geek Boy, you're very familiar, yes. My goodness, how fun. My kiddo's 10, so I sometimes forget. I'm like, she must be like 13 or 15 or something some days, and then she goes back to like, she averages 10, that's what I'm saying. Okay, 120 grams of the pumpkin, if I recall correctly. I'm literally gonna do it the opposite way because that's how I'm feeling right now. Put it on, tare it so that it's at 0, and wait till it's at negative 120. Well, at least I used more pumpkin. All right, a little bit more. Let's see if that works. Darn. 4 grams. Close enough. Ooh, ah, milk! Right by the computer. This is a terrible idea. Okay. Pour it all in there. That, no, good, yeah, plan. Oh. Dripping. Oh my goodness. Y'all. What am I doing? I'm putting the baking powder away. I used it for once. Woo! Oh, butter. I'll actually need butter. That would be good. Make it with one ingredient, leave out another. Spoke to the producers, and for 2 months we've put you as an entertainment supporter in our programs with my Twitch link. Oh my gosh. Theater Tech, that is so nice of you. Oh wait, let me see if these are burning. I'm so sorry. I just heard, I computed the sound, meaning something. All right, I'll show them to you in a second, but they're as unimpressive as you might imagine, being not leavened. You get between 900 and 3,000 audience members, so hopefully we can increase your view. Oh, thank you. That is super cool and unexpected and so nice. Thank you very much, Theater Tech. How cool. People will be like, what does she have to do with it? I don't know, I'm just making scones. That is, thank you so much. That is such a nice way to be supportive, and I really appreciate it. So y'all, like all of you, remember how I tell all of you that I support, that I appreciate all your support regardless. I mean, it doesn't always have to be, you know, bits and subs, and this is just a beautiful gift. Thank you so much. I would send you cookies, but it would probably cost 80 bucks. And you're really making better cookies than I am at this point. The thought would be, you know, as an appreciation, but I really appreciate that gesture. Thank you. I'm gonna be famous. Well, and everybody can watch me in the morning. Let's just say thank you for letting the whole cast and crew and techies watching over breakfast. I love it. I was just thinking that, yeah, it's actually, I'm in your morning, so, wow, wake up to Lysanth. How fun. That is super cool. I don't even know what to say. Just, I mean, like, thank you a million times, but wow. Aw. You don't make cookies, you can't? I got you. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way. I'll get you some cookies. Look, you can make 1,000 croissants at a time. Like, what? They're not hard enough is what it is for you. I bet that's what it is. They're just too simple, and you can't do it because you can't, like, well, you could deep fry them and put caramel shards on them. Like, I know you could. You burn them? What if you, but you make brownies. Brownies is a bar cookie. We could argue about that, but if we go with it, you can totally get around whatever it is, the bad karma, the Malia. We'll have to look into that. Everybody deserves to be able to make cookies. All right, we're gonna crack some more flax. Ninja, you like that? Irish should be called Irish Fatty Ninja because he like here and gone. Brownies are so much, see, okay, why? Because it's not the shaping, because you shape the croissants. What else could it be? We'll think about it. We'll have a good think. You hate thinking? Yeah, Boro. Some days it's the worst. I don't know. Actually, I will say I really enjoy thinking as long as it's not anxiety thinking. At that point, I'm like, I gotta tap out. Had anxiety thinking this morning. That was awful. Because you've been making them since you were 4? Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. You take a chocolate chip cookie recipe and you make it like you're making a brownie. Put it in the pan and everything. It's gonna be a little, you're gonna have to mush it in there. But do that. That gets you one step closer, right? You totally can. We took my mom's chocolate chip cookie recipe, made it into bar cookies or a sheet or whatever, like pizza pan, for everybody's birthday. Like, except it when it was a special birthday when I could get like lemon meringue pie or something, bar cookies with American buttercream. That's all it ever was. And they're super easy. You could burn them though. I mean, they're not unburnable, but you know how you could get there. Because ouchies and the brainy bits, truth. I just want to sleep right now, you guys. You feel that way? Is that why your brain cannot think today? 2 of your first recipes you've been doing was fruit loaf and brownies. Aren't cookies singles though? Yeah, but then you just, oh, okay. You weren't here yesterday? So hey, we did the Lakerly. I was saying it the wrong way, and Kaya tried to correct me, and I don't know if I still got it wrong. But this was the Lakerly cookies. So we made the dough, we let it sit, and then literally the instructions are to roll it out, bake it, and then while it's still warm, slice it, which is when I sliced through my silpat because I knew it was going to happen. I did it anyway. Wasn't thinking there either. But they're really nice, little thin bar cookies. They're chewy, and on the edges they're crisp. And they have the candied peels in them that we made on Tuesday. So it doesn't have to be. You can start with bar cookies, that kind of thing, right? And then your brain can be like, no, I got cookies, I'm fine. And then you can work towards making scoop cookies, disher cookies. Last night's sleep was functionally non-existent. Oh, I'm so sorry, Boro. That's rough. Theater tech, that sounds like you had a thought. I'm going to put in the flour. I'm going to get out the butter so I don't forget the butter. Before I do that, let me show you these poor things. So I've already noticed, yeah. So because they couldn't rise, do you see these dark spots right here? They are for sure underbaked because they didn't have enough fluff to get the heat distributed all the way through. So I'll open one up and we will see. But these are not. You weren't on Twitch at all yesterday. Okay, I missed you. I thought so, and that's fine. So please don't say you should have been here. I mean, please don't think I'm saying you should have been here. Okay. Your internet at the venue yesterday was evil? Oh, that's a bummer. I think they're walking, he said they're gonna walk around the block. I think it's to check on the Comcast guy and see if he's done with the maintenance that they were supposed to be doing because our internet's been the usual. The flavor will be good, but those are not gonna be, I mean, they're like a dog biscuit. They're just doughy. John, you had your first pumpkin spice latte today. What did you think? Are you gonna, you weren't wearing Ugg boots and now you don't know how, you don't have a live, laugh, love sign on your wall. Look, kiddo is Veronica, I'm Tiffany, Irish is Becky, so you need to get your pumpkin spice latte basic white girl name and then you're mostly underwhelmed. It's spices and, it's pumpkin pie spices. I'll drink anything with pumpkin pie. No, I won't. But, I'm close. But I would do it anyway. So, if it wasn't your thing, absolutely. Calm crap, Boro, I know, right? Geek Boy, CenturyLink installed the fiber conduit around the corner almost 2 months ago, but no other progress. Oh no, that's so frustrating, Geek Boy. It's like right there. Just be like, I'm just gonna plug into it. I'm just gonna, I don't know how to run fiber. Yes, I was making scones and I screwed it up. Aren't they awful? It's very possible it was a crap one. Well, if it was from Starbucks, then it's just basic. Where did you get it? So, not that we were speaking recently of art streams, but we were a minute ago before I realized I ruined everything. John Bloor, follow him for art streams if you'd like, or DCS streams, or don't follow him, I don't care. It was an independent. You could be more hipster if you didn't order the pumpkin spice latte from an independent coffee shop just around the corner that nobody knows about. I mean, look, I put cracked flax in this. I'm already being whatever. I am not judging. I am only teasing. You know that. But if it hurts your feelings, I will say sorry. Because I don't want to hurt your feelings. I just want to goof off. But not at anybody's expense. Except mine. That's fine. You kept hearing spice and thought you were mentioning you. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I should make a spicy ninja scone. That would be fun. What spices would be in it, spicy? It's true, it is hard to say all the things and not sound like I'm saying something else. What version are you making, English scones or American? It's from a magazine from my grocery store. They're American. You just cut the butter in. It was in a food processor, but I'm not gonna get it out again. I'm gonna do it by hand this time. Wait, what's the difference? I always thought I was making English scones when I made scones. Scones, excuse me, vowels. Oh, thank you for shouting out, John. Theater Tech, that is so helpful. So much spice today, for reals. Did you drink the PSL before it was cool? Yes, right? We know John didn't, because that was like years ago. Okay, looking through the ingredients, let's do that. Flour, yes. Fake sugar, yes. Baking powder, absolutely. No salt. No salt. If you haven't watched The Office, you should watch No, wait. That's the TV show. Office Space. Office Space is the one with Milton and the stapler. It came at such a good time for IT nerds because like when they were beating down the copier, I was like, yes. Or I guess it's a printer, but multifunction, you know? And you're like, just duplex the thing. Or maybe that's just me. English ones are just better. I'm sure that they are. In everything. However, I didn't know Americans had scones, so I thought they were all British of some kind. I mean, like, are Scottish scones that different than English scones? Maybe. Maybe they would fight about it. I don't know. Salt, yes. Cinnamon, allspice ginger, yes. Unsalted butter, yay! Crystallized ginger, nope. Egg, pumpkin puree, milk. And then I put vanilla in there. Okay. We'll get there. Whilst pursuing my rare vinyl collection. Oh my gosh, John. Have I told you? So I worked, one of the clients that I had when I was working customer service support was a band merch vendor, and they had, I don't know, 80 something bands that they sold merch for. And they sold vinyls. And the first day on training, I was told extremely clearly how, if somebody wrote back about how their vinyl record sleeve had bent corners, we have a macro for that and we replace it for free. We just send them another one. And I was outraged because it's a piece of cardboard with little corners, and apparently it's incredibly serious. So you start talking about vinyl around me and I'm gonna be like, bent corners. Oh my gosh. It is a thing. It is a thing and it matters, and I did not know. I used to pull out my dad's records and play them on the record player, and I never broke anything, but those sleeves were not pristine in any way. So, yeah, vinyl. British scones tend to contain more sugar and fat served with jam and clotted cream. Oh no, oh, okay. So I don't consider an American biscuit to be related to an English scone. Like, I get what you're saying, and they probably are chemistry-wise, like food baking chemistry-wise. but they are used so differently. So maybe I just hadn't like equated that. Where's my dirty towel? So when I make biscuits, I do use the same cutting technique, but biscuits I made bacon biscuits or plain biscuits. I won't make sweet biscuits, but also I will eat a biscuit with honey and cinnamon sugar. So that does kind of cross that line. Your dad's obsessed with record spicy? Oh, uh-oh. Geek Boy, you must be from the wrong part of America. You only have biscuits with breakfast, but you have them with gravy. I made them for dinner that one time when I had bacon week. They were fine, they were good, but they weren't like amazing. The salted caramel with bacon, that was amazing. That was so good. I should make it every day. Scottish scones are normally made from, I don't have suet. I've got bacon fat in the fridge. I could make them out of that. Bent Corners needs to be my next WoW character, right? And I'm going to be super toxic. I'm just going to be like, oh my God, I'm already toxic on WoW. That's the thing, Irish, he yells at people now. Oh, this is sweet. He's like, no, she's not. She swears all the time and she's terrible. And I'm like, only in WoW. Like, I save it all for when I play that game. And I love that game, so that tells you about me, doesn't it? You guys knew. I'm a little sus. Oh boy, like, we had a healer in our group and they weren't healing. They literally did not heal any of the DPS. I waited until we died 3 times on the end boss, and then I sent them a very long whisper. And I didn't even swear in it. I did call them a trash can. But you know, apologies needed to ask prior to doing this. Oh no, you're fine. It was a nice surprise, thank you. Oh, I'm ally. I mean, I'll play Horde if I need to play a Blood Elf, but otherwise I'm ally. My Blood Elf is a thief. Yeah. Rogue. I was like, yeah, no, it's a thief. It's a rogue. Like, D&D and WoW are battling out in my mind. I don't play melee, but I did play her for quite a while. She's the guild master of a completely empty guild on that side, so. Your 160 is Alliance. Nice. What class are you, Geek Boy? John, you don't even know. You just know how to talk smack about WoW. I like my Warlock. I was playing her again today. See how bad I had forgotten everything. Which it was bad. I just switched to a whole new spec and looked it up on Icy Veins so that I could kill something. Am I okay to transfer you to 5 TVs in the big screen on the catering trailer? Sure, thank you, Theater Tech. That's lovely. If you say no, I'm sorry, you've been up for 10 minutes. No, you'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission? That's okay. I don't mind. It never occurred to me that I would be on the big screen or that, yeah, multiple people would be watching. I assume I'm usually on a tiny little screen like that or a tiny little window in all of your other windows that if you're at a PC. But thank you for asking. I'm obviously not camera shy in that way. It is nice to know that you have other people around that are watching, and I guess you would be, if they had any comments or pithy things to say, you could type them for them. Your alliance is DK, 54 priest, and a lot of 50s of various classes. Hello, David. How are you? What's going on? We're remaking scones because I made inedible pieces of yuck by way of no leavening. So smart. But this, I wanted to do it this way anyway. Even when I was pureeing it pulsing it in the food processor, I said I would have done this by hand. So here we are. All things happen for a reason, even if it's a bad reason, like forgetting your baking powder. So David, you missed out. We voted that Daniel had to go rake his lawn, or leaf blow his lawn. So, and Theater Tech, if you had been here with the others watching too, you could have cast multiple votes. Everybody in Australia thinks you should go rake your leaves. A 90-inch TV. I'm ginormous. Look at me, I am huge. I'm such average height, so like the whole being big thing is kind of neat. Like, oh, what if I was big? What if I was like tall and stuff. And my poor kid is going through that whole, like, all her friends are taller than she is because she's average and they're abnormally tall. But she'll catch up and they'll all even out and everything will be fine. But it's that weird, like, prepubescent to pubescent curve where everybody gets weird voices and hair and skin and heights and things. Like, it's starting. We try again. We do. You got to rake leaves too. We could vote to tell you if you need to do it today or tomorrow. We're good at that. We already had practice. All right, so actually, I tend to like this method better because, as we noted about American biscuits and English/Scottish scones, I guess if the fat's the major difference, then it's not terribly different. It's not like an oil. Then cutting it into these little pieces without making them too small makes it flakier because the flakes come in where the butter is and the flour doesn't stick to itself, so you get a little space and those make the flakies. If I had cool hands, I would be in here like rubbing them. You can rub the mixture together, but right now they're really, really, really warm and that would just melt and then I wouldn't get flakies, so we're not going to do that. Saturday we've been walking 3 miles in the afternoons. I love that. 3 miles is a nice distance. I've been trying to do that with my friend on Tuesdays. It's like, it's enough that you feel like you've done something, but it's not like long. So that's super great. There's a way to put you on the production screen behind the stage. Oh, I would be huge. I'm on the IMAX. Look at me. That might be a little intimidating for me to think about because I have like on like tinted moisturizer and that's it. Like her face was so large. I would worry a little bit. She needs to do a pore cleanse or something. That sounds like something that Becky would do. Like, I need to cleanse my pores, you guys. Like, just wash your face, Becky. You're all right. You're gonna be fine. You'd have to figure it out. You do not need to project me unless you really want to. I'm still kind of envisioning like my Twitch URL in the program that not everybody takes the program, but of everybody who does, like some of them might be like, I don't know, interesting. This is what they watch when they're not doing the show. Hey Reese, how are you? Good evening. How's your day? Happy Thursday to you, because I know where you are and it's Thursday for you. They came home from their little walk. Not even close to 3 miles. They just walk around the block, I think. Okay, hydrate break. Nobody spent any points. Let's just hydrate. How was the walk? Becky and Paul talking about skincare, right?
Who's that, Flat?
David.
Who?
Not Dr. Phil.
Oh.
Yeah. Everyone will be getting programs for free on Saturday and Sunday. I did. I'm marinating chicken. Yeah, I'm marinating chicken. We just took a quick nip from the...
You got food?
Reese says, what's up? He says, what up, specifically.
Wow.
Theater Tech says you're amazing.
What? I didn't do anything.
I came up to him earlier and I said, you're so precious. And he said, I didn't do anything. Like he's in trouble. Everybody wants to love on Irish and Irish is like, bleh, what?
You're the famous one.
Whatever. Mr. Road to 1,000 followers.
That was pretty awesome that they listed you on the...
Yes. Theater Tech, thank you.
Yeah.
In the program. And everybody's getting it for free on Saturday and Sunday. So everybody's getting a program. I'll be like, how did you come in? They'll be like, I followed a piece of paper.
A program?
A program. Mm-hmm. Theater Tech does this really cool music. Is it a musical specifically, or is it just music based? Like, it's music based.
Is it online
sets.
somewhere? Can I see it?
The documentary will be on Amazon,
Yes.
but not. I don't know when. When did you say it would be on Amazon?
Mama, people are saying hi to you.
Haha.
People, can you open Happy Free
Negative.
Chocolate?
I love how these are my, like, this is the exciting part when they come in. Why are you calling Mom a tool? Oh, silly. I read typos, don't you worry. Got follow botted a few more times and could totally be, oh, right? Boro, please come follow bot me. I will have more followers than Irish.
Yeah, at least none of mine come from bots.
I know. I wish Twitch would take them out so I could have proper followers.
Oh, no, you're famous. I told her I would open a Coke for her. She gave me $5, so she's going to go find $5. This is a new thing. I'm done Twitch streaming. I'm just opening Coke cans for $5.
Hey, old chosen one, how are you? It's been a while.
With a sign on my chest that says, "We'll open Coke cans for $5."
Oh, and get things off the top shelf.
Yes.
It's I should pay you for that because that's super
Right?
handy.
It does sound lucrative.
Tech Op does not have it wrong.
Momo, I don't want your money.
Oh, Theater Tech, no, the least you could do was nothing, but thank you.
I don't want your money,
No, honestly,
baby.
super cool. I love that he waited till she was digging through her change to tell her. Let me get on that Irish Reese. It's gonna get you $5.
Look, this is a sound of $5. Whoa.
David has $1 for you though. He's like lowballing. He's already like getting in there like $1.50. Musical theater concert with costumes and set. Okay, thank you.
No,
The definition was a little bit elusive to me because I have this idea of what it is, but I'm actually super. Ooh, good job.
You don't need a cup and a can.
I'm super excited to see the documentary on Amazon.
What are you doing?
I can watch it and then I'd be like, oh, that's what, because I'm envisioning stuff. But it'll be neat to see.
What barn did you grow in?
Probably-
where you can't pour a Coke can in a cup.
Every fourth or fifth time you're at the grocery store, someone needs help getting something off the top shelf. Geekware, they're always like, please, I am a short thing. I have not climbed up yet, but I'm stubborn and one day I'll just climb up there and get what I need. Probably not.
Go Astros.
Go Stros. Sports ball. I was at a store this morning. I was at Trader Joe's this morning, and there were two people wearing Astro shirts, and they walk by and they go, "Go Stros!" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, you guys are nerdy." Like I thought I was nerdy, but sports nerds. Oh, documentary. Didn't you say? Well, they're filming it and putting it on Amazon, right? Broadway Down Under. Awesome. Not documentary. You're right. I was just saying that. You get to ask to reach things and help old ladies load their cars. Well done, Boro. Do they tip you a piece of gum? That'd be so old lady. No, sorry. I thought you said they were filming for something to be on Amazon. I could be thinking of something totally different. Feel free to post any and all links to your work in Discord. Yes. David, about tree fitting. Yeah, you guys can talk about sports ball. I'll abstain from that one. Okay, let me get the cutting board. And all the flour. And make another mess. Oh, and take all the messed up ones off of the... Oh, the parchment's soggy too. Aw, say goodbye. Trash can food. I hate it, but it has to be done. If I had dogs, they could eat it. But we don't anymore. The Astros are leading 1-0. A film version of the show. Excuse me, you're right. You're right. I made that up in my head about documentary. I apologize. Start freaking everybody out. What's she talking about? All right, extra flour. December 3rd. Oh, I see, I thought so. Okay, I remembered half of it, just not the other half. My apologies. 2 more wins and they go to the series. Momo does not need a pupper. She's okay with the 2 cats right now. And that cat probably, my cat, probably would eat. Like she always comes up, hey, what are you eating? And I'm like, pickles, and then she'll lick it. She tried to eat my Pop-Tart today. I got bougie Pop-Tarts. I am bougie, oh my gosh. Y'all were right. Trader Joe's has Pop-Tarts. And they're all organic, because you can't get non-organic at Trader Joe's, which, whatever. But they are cherry pomegranate, and I love cherries and pomegranate, so I got cherry pomegranate Pop-Tarts. But my cat, Tados. You wanna come up? No? You wanna come check out what I'm doing? You wanna show off for Twitch? Come here, babies. She thinks I'm gonna feed her tuna fish. I'm just gonna trick her because I'm a terrible person. Come here, baby. I know. No, I know. Hi. What you doing? Say hi, Toddles. Say hi. You want to smell it, don't you? You like it? Okay, all done. All right. I'm gonna wash my hands. Where's your Discord? Oh, exclamation point Discord will send you the link and then you can go to it. It's Irish's and mine, so don't be worried when it says Irish Discord's Fatty. When you Irish Fatty's Discord, let's put all the words in the right order. That might help. The negative was to the insane, not Dr. Phil. I missed something. No, does not eat a pepper. You only have one sports ball, funny? Ooh, a sneak peek, yes. Making dreams come true. I don't know that she wants a dog. Mama has not been real thrilled with dogs lately. Actually, the neighborhood kid got another dog. They have a huge German Shepherd that's been trained to protect the neighborhood kid, which means he's aggressive to everybody else. But they got apparently a little pupper earlier this week. She came by to show Momo, and Momo was like, "It's so cute, I'm little." Okay, hang on. There we go. All right. I hope the feeling that I've missed something in this recipe is only coming from the fact that I did it an hour ago and not from this time as well. Ooh, that was my elbow. Everything's fine. Flour. Sticky. It is wetter. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe the half teaspoonish of vanilla really mattered. But we'll put enough flour on it.
Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
Thank you, David. Did I remember the flour? Thank God, yes. That one's harder to miss. I don't know why. I don't know why I messed that one up the first time. I don't think I've left leavening out before. So maybe just needed the experience. Needed to have that on my Twitch resume. Different ways you can screw up. I was telling somebody, because we were at Trader Joe's and there was their pie crusts. I was telling my friends about how I really badly screwed up pie crusts several times on stream. Because I used to just buy Trader Joe's pie crust, but then I was determined to make something that was edible. And the first several times it was not. It went straight to the trash can. Maddox made sugar cookies the other night all by herself from a recipe she found. Oh, good. I found where? We've all done it, thank you. Oh, Daniel, thank you for the hydrate. Actually, what Mama wants is a snake, and that's not happening yet. That's true. On my wish list, among other things that are related to baking, I also have a heating pad for a snake enclosure. I don't think she wants to eat it, Boro. Rattlesnake's not bad. I've only had it once though, so the sample size is small in my experiment. All right, so I'm gonna try it again. Where'd I put my parchment? Did I not make a... Cannot brain. I didn't cut another piece of parchment? Surely I did. Okay, fine. Now I have to wash my hands. What's going to be funny is when I find the parchment tomorrow and I'm like, oh, I knew it was here somewhere. Really? Ah, fine. Why in the world would you want a nope rope? Yep. Yep. Nope rope. Danger noodle. You want to try eating snake, but there's stupid expensive rattlesnake and python both. Do they sell python? I mean, literally, a snake is a muscle tube. So it's all meat, I guess. With little bones, though, like fish. Oh, I bent the parchment. There we go. All right. Spread this around again, a little more on the cutting board. Satan's hand puppet or old no shoulders, those are so good. We're in a couple of Facebook, no, we're not anymore. We were because I don't do Facebook anymore because I uninstalled it because it's toxic and mostly full of Karens on pumpkin spice latte fumes. Just kidding, and it's got a lot of good stuff on it, but mine wasn't great. My algorithm failed. So there were groups. There was a group where, for my very specific area of Houston, if you had a copperhead in your pool, which was apparently very common here. I do not have a pool, I don't know. They would come and remove it for you. So, ooh, thank you. I got a JPEG on Discord. I assume that's you, Theater Tech. And so we called them danger noodles, or drama noodles actually, if they're hog noses, and then no ropes a lot. But it was a really, darn it, educational group, and it was a no-kill group, which was kind of nice because a lot of people say, like, the only good snake is a dead snake. And like, come on, they're a lot more useful than that. You don't have to like being around them, but they don't need to die, and unless they're in very specific situations. Usually, I mean, I kill cockroaches, but pretty much everybody else has a free pass unless they're in the kitchen. Or crawling on me. Then we're iffy. They do sell python, also whole goat, pig, sheep heads, ostrich eggs, all kinds of, that is so exotic and fun and interesting. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I've already messed it up enough, right? Actually, let's brush it with milk before we cut it. That way, I don't know, I don't wanna prolong this anymore. It's not gonna, there's so much flour on it. Is that just gonna make, it's just gonna make it stickier. We're all right, everything's fine. We're gonna make a glaze while this is baking. There. Spiders get no free pass from you appearing in your house as treason. The penalty is death. Ah, tech ops. Yeah, I like the spiders because they eat everybody else. That is not even close to even. Well, that's gonna have to be 3 then. They'll be extra rustic, these scones. How delightful. No, I'm not gonna do it wrong. I'm not gonna do it wrong. And now it's super sticky on top because of the milk. Everything is fine. I really hope they taste good. Theater Tech, guess that's the quick set plan you did 2 nights ago for someone else. Oh goodness, I'm excited to see it. All my watch told me was that it was there, so I will have a look after stream. Ever head to the Midwest? You'll show us around. Awesome. Except when the non-venomous snake curls up inside your grill. Aww. But if it's non-venomous, I mean, the worst it's gonna do is stink on you or bite you with its little sharp teeth. You could get gardening gloves, that'd be okay. I like snakes. So my perspective may be different. The worst of the bunch was the brown recluse that bit you. Oh, on the ankle in your sleep as a kid. You didn't lose a lot of skin. Who was I talking to? Somebody has a tiny brown recluse scar and was saying, like, I mean, it's not that bad, she was saying, but if you get it taken care of in time. If you don't, necrotizing flesh is not appreciated, you know. It's not good. Come into Lysant's stream. She'll bake and talk about necrotizing flesh. So fun. Okay, this dough is super loose. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. Not just loose on the top where I put milk on it. I almost said milked it. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that have been just delightful? Oh, they're all misshapen. Come on, come on. Y'all, I'm not doing well today with this, which is fine. I can be not okay, but gosh. It's a little bit extra. Still, all right, no probs. When it's snapping at you as you're turning off the propane tank, I get that. I'm not going to judge you if you end up killing a snake or a spider or something like that, but they don't all need to die just because they're snakes, you know what I mean? Like, they do have a really important role in the ecosystem, so as long as we're cool on that. It's just kind of like humans as well. I don't think that anybody needs to be mistreated because of, obviously, like skin color. We can all agree on that. But then we get into some other stuff where I think people just are allowed to be who they are. It's all stuck. I'm so sorry. Let me lecture you later on civil rights. Oh, ugh. I'm sure it freaked you out, David, right? Oh, there's a snake. It's an unhappy snake. You try to let them go for a month. Oh, you know, cottonmouths, and they have that reputation of being mean. They're not really, I mean, I have a friend who swears up and down. One chased her husband, and I'm like, yeah, okay, but probably they were trying to get past your husband. They don't really care for him that much. He's not delicious. They're rumored to be aggressive. According to the experts around here, they're not aggressive. They are just, they will stand their ground though. So cottonmouths can be tough. Can you mix the old dough and the new dough together to get an average out? Hey, I almost took the dough out of the first set out and tried to remix it, but it never, ever works. You can't even distribute the leavening well enough. So here we go again. Wait, am I supposed to sprinkle something on them? No. Okay, just checking. So because the density is so different, I'm still going to do a 15-minute timer, but they may need the full 18 minutes, and that's fine. Okay, I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to put all this stuff away and clean this off. Then I can probably think again for a minute, and that will be helpful because, boy, that was a little bit extra. It's not even frustration that I'm feeling. It's just like confusion. Like, what's going on? What have I done? Okay. Oh, we're almost at 6. Okay. Which is fine. I'm going to make dinner here in a minute. Whenever they fall out of a tree into a boat, too aggressive for your taste. That, you know, no, I get that. I don't want to be in a boat with a cottonmouth. Again, I will not judge you if you need to kill a snake. If it's, you know, seriously in your space. But if you go out of your way to try to kill a snake when it's trying to run away from you, I just have a different concern about that. Like, maybe let it go on its way. Snakes are almost always really good for us, like for humans and what we want. They're going to eat the rats. They're going to eat the lizards that we also don't want in our house. So, of course, they will also eat my dad's chicken's eggs, and so he leaves them a special little poison egg to eat, and they die. And I'm bummed about that, but I get it. So he's not out there like chasing them. He leaves the poison in the chicken coop, where the chickens can't get at it, but where the rat snakes will. And in Florida, some of them will also eat the chickens. Fair. Yeah. Like menacing agriculture, I get the balance. I get Okay, goodness. I'm gonna take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay, better. That is a dirty towel. Can go there. You know how I said I was going to make the cookies for the kids? I can bake some. I can bake some off. They will not like the Lockerly or Lakerly because I feel like the flavor is too sophisticated. They might like Honey Nut Cheerio cookies though. You're back with tea. Is it appropriately organic, sourced sustainably, and also unpronounceable, John? Or is it the name of your cat? Just being silly again. Yorkshire Gold, ah, brilliant. I have not opened my new box, so it's right here. It's red, not gold. Because I'm a plebe. But I'm ready. I'm trying to use up some of my other black teas because otherwise I'll just drink that and nothing else gets consumed. So I felt a little bad about that. We'll just use the big sheet. Good last. Yeah, I have to. American black tea, I have not found any that I like. Except from adagio.com, is that how you say it? And it's loose leaf, which is fine, but it's a lot more expensive than just buying Yorkshire Red. So I don't. I cheat. After watching One Splendid Brit, I want to try Yorkshire, but never seen it in the store. I get it off of Amazon. I don't get it in the store. None of mine have it either. It's not expensive on Amazon at all, so I would recommend that. I can wholeheartedly recommend that, actually. This is not rolled out to the right thickness. Serious business here. What was I thinking? I was thinking, oh, I'll just mush it down and then I'll fix it when I get it out of the freezer. Well, well, look at what Liz has done to herself. Future Liz is now, and future Liz is not happy. Good cup of tea should be the color of He-Man's complexion. See, I don't take it with milk, so mine looks a lot more like black coffee. Again, I won't judge you if you drink milk in your tea or sugar, but I don't. Okay, this is going to smell good again, so at least there's something. I know, I'm mad. That's okay. We're all mad here. So, whoop. This dough is super, super sticky. It's based off of a honey shortbread recipe. And because there's so much, because there's honey in it, it's crazy sticky. So I roll it really thin and cut it while it's still frozen or mostly frozen, because after that it'll just stick to everything. There's Mad and there's drinking tea without a dash of milk. I am uncouth. You cannot take me anywhere, John. Well, what do you think of Irish? He drinks black tea with ice. So there, crazy American style. I am an uncouth roustabout. I will own it all day. That is the name of my next band. But since I can't sing or play anything, it's not a good band. All right, if I can maybe cut these circles out and then get them on here, I might be able to get the holes out. They spread a bit, so we'll have to spread them out themselves. He's a complete psycho, but you Mexicans say you had hope. I know. Well, they might have some redeeming qualities, except the tea thing can't be tolerated. I like iced black tea sometimes, but it's almost always got to be hot for me, unless I'm like drinking it outside in the summer in Houston. Then all bets are off, because it's a matter of survival. He who, you my love. John is maligning you. because you like tea with ice in it. All right, so 30 kids showed up last time. I don't know if we'll have that many this time, but I probably should make enough cookies that there's not gonna be like a fist fight. Which would be cool in one way. Like, they love my cookies, yay! But in the other way would probably be discouraging and their parents won't be happy. We'll just start a tournament. Who deserves the cookie? That definitely would get me kicked out. Earl Grey with lemon and honey when sick. That's true. No, you drink black iced tea is what I was saying, babe. But we don't don't put milk in our iced tea because that probably would not be very good. Well, I started making it for him, the Earl Grey with lemon and honey, when he got sick. Although, Irish, did your mom ever make that for you before? I never thought to ask. I just went ahead and made it for you. Indeed, John. Oh, okay, I didn't know if I was like replicating something your mom made or if I had made it for the first time. Ah, okay, ripping the paper. The trash can's all warm because there's warm scones in it. Warm not scones because they're not scones. Inedible things. All right, let's freeze this one. See how much time is left on the timer because I smell delicious and I'm starving. 5 minutes, okay. Whatever magical potion the dude in India made with tea once. I never got to go with you. Did he make you chai? Chai is, I'll drink a chai latte. All the milk. Okay, let's see if this is the right. Ah, this one I did do correctly. It just got wrinkled up in the freezer. But you were sick, then you weren't. Oh, that's right. You got really ill in India that time. It was the antidote. Just kidding. Echinacea, maybe. My stomach does not tolerate echinacea well. So that's a bummer. Okay. This one is also getting too sticky, so I'm going to take this one circle off if I can get, no, I can't. I can't even get it off. All right, I'm going to re-roll this flat just to merge that circle back in there, and I fixed the wax paper. We'll freeze this up again for a minute. All right, we should probably make this glaze for the scones even while I'm messing with cookies. So, put that away. What do I need? I need to put more stuff away. There's too much going on here. I've got rinsing piles, putting away piles, bag of wheat flour open. You're taking the lady to Wagamama's the end of the month? Yes. She's turning 30. What a young, delightful thing. That's fantastic. I love Wagamama so much. Ginger, you missed the whole stream and you accept that you're a bad friend. You are a fine friend, my dear. I was thinking about you because I'm going to pop over in a little bit. If your delightful other half is going to be ready. The katsu, you like that? I don't remember what I get there anymore. Like, I don't even care. Just like whatever. The juice though, the apple juice with ginger, I think about it a lot. Like literally, and I haven't been since 2019 was the last time I went to Wagamama's, and it was so good. It's always so good. The fried rice. Yeah, that's true. Every time we go over, or you'd go over more than me. Donburi. I wish I remember what I got. You'd think I would. I'm just like, that. That would be awesome, because it is. She is delightful, it's true, but you worked really late and the baby isn't in bed yet. You think we're gonna do it tomorrow instead? Okay, cool. Well, I will not be around tomorrow. I might be driving when you're streaming, so I'll try and catch you in the car if I can. But totally fine. No, I get that. Good for you. I almost didn't stream because I'm super tired, but then here I am and I messed up scones, but then I made some more, so we're fine. I'm sorry the baby's not having a good time with the sleep schedule yet, huh? He'll get there. Don't you guys worry. But yeah, it's a lot from week to week sometimes. Excuse me. Come on. 1 minute. 1 minute. Don't be thinking of me. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is nice to be thought of. Okay. Yep, it's just everything's everywhere. I said I was going to clean the floors today and I did not, so now they're just even worse, and so now I need to do that tomorrow. Babies are a lot, and then they just get, I don't know, they're awesome, but they're a lot. Let's see if the tiny piece is cold enough for me to do anything else with. No, it's definitely not. Not even close. All right. All right. Let's put it on top of the ice cream. Maybe that'll convince it. In the meantime, you want to see these Trader Joe's? This is what they've done. The Trader Joe's croissants. So that's the chocolate one for the kiddo, and these are the almond ones for me and Irish. Super, super good. I'm just actually going to bake them right now. And then they'll be ready for after dinner. Okay, this looks much more like what I was hoping for. Touch test, they are good. They are good enough. So we'll put the croissants in for 20. And then let's take a look at these things. They were enough of a pain in the booty that we're gonna spend a moment on them. Okay, so they're nice and solid, they're not floppy, which most cookies are at this point, coming out of the oven, right? You don't wanna move them for a couple minutes. Let them firm up. So they're still tender. I'm sure they're moist. Pumpkin helps with that. Oh, I didn't make the glaze yet. I said I would make the glaze and I didn't make the glaze. Okay. It's literally fake powdered sugar, ginger spice, and milk, so nothing extravagant. Oh, but I hid the powder back here somewhere. Let's go through everything and see. There it is. I see it. Put everything back where it was. All right. Yes. Okay. Fake powdered sugar, ginger spice, milk. Let's do it in a cup measure so that we can pour it out nicely. How long? Not how long, how much? All my teaspoons are dirty now because we had to redo everything. 1/4 teaspoon, yes. 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. This is my teaspoon that can't reach down here into the... Darn it. I don't like to pour it. It ends up everywhere. That should be fine. And then I'm going to fill the rest of this. So liquid measure and a dry measure here, anyway, are supposed to be the same. but we'll just ish it like we do, especially with frosting. A glaze can be whatevs, can be easy to mess with proportions, and you're basically going to get something that's probably okay. Milk, fork. Did I set a timer? There goes my brain again. All right. Down it goes. It's going to be a thick one. Good. It's going to be so nice because it's actually going to set on the counter. Like the glaze is going to get hard when it's this thick. It's quite pasty. I'm going to mix the heck out of it to actually get the flavor distributed. And if you were going to say I should have mixed it in with the powdered sugar before I added the milk, you're absolutely right. And it won't be pourable, so I didn't need to use the cup container. Not the one with the spout anyway. Okay. Nope, I saw another bit. Let me mix it one more time. See? Yep, there's little bits on the bottom. Okay. Oh, it's still too hot. Let's wait. I'm going to peel off a few little bits that I can get away with and taste test though. Bridget, thank you so much. Welcome in again. I appreciate that. Hope to see you next week. It is pumpkin roll season, Darkwood. That is true. I love pumpkin rolls. I should make one. Well, it tastes like a scone with a hint of pumpkin and ginger, so looks good, tastes fine. I've noticed though, a lot of stuff I taste on stream and I'm like, okay. I come back later when it's actually properly cool and it does have usually a better flavor, so. They're okay, Boro. They're all right. Obviously with chopped crystallized ginger in it, I'd be getting more actual flavor in every bite. And obviously with this, which we'll take one more tiny little nibble off of somewhere. Ooh, that's a big nibble. We'll taste it with the glaze. See what we get. The glaze brings all the flavor. So it is good. It's so funny. So all the fake sugars I use are erythritol and monk fruit blends. And erythritol has the cooling effect. So when you take something that's like this, that's all sugar, all fake sugar, and you taste it, you taste the sweet for sure, but then it feels cold for a second and it's a little bit uncanny. And I had forgotten that it would do that when I took the scoop. So there will be that, but these will be nice and cool later. And so I can put the glaze on and then I can taste them again and they will be pumpkin-y a little bit, but definitely gingery. So that's nice. I'm gonna make notes though before we go. Looks like they're half left, not all right. They are okay. I want to double all my spices. You can't taste the flax, which is again a thing that where if you want to add like some health aspect to it, some nutrient aspect to it without compromising too much of it. Like these are white wheat flour. So they don't look, you know, like they're whole wheat. They don't look dense. They don't look heavy. They're good. But it's just they're missing the spice that I was promised. So the cooling sugar effect might be fun with mint. It is, yes. Actually, it works really, really well. Oh, Bridget, thank you. Thank you very much for the offer. I appreciate that so much. Coog, hello, how are you? It's been a while. The cool taste because yes, erythritol. Oh, it actually creates an endothermic, yeah, endo, not exo. Aha. Yes, welcome to the Discord, Bridget. Feel free to make yourself at home there. You can post. My channels have a section and then the rest are Irish's, but everybody gets to hang out with both of us, so it's all good. You can post wherever is appropriate if you need. So I'm gonna say good with the wheat, needs double flavor. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will definitely work on this without the crystallized ginger, which I messed up because I used it all in the first batch and then ruined the first batch. You know. Could you use any opportunity to show you're a nerd and your wife is a chemist? Absolutely. No, I love that. Thank you. Definitely. How have I been? I've been good. I'm tired, really, really tired today. And good. And I will be out tomorrow, so I won't see y'all then. So I will see you all again, hopefully, on Tuesday. Yes, I just ate crumbs. It was a big crumb. It counted as food, almost. Okay. So you woke up at 4:30 this morning. 4:30 in the morning this morning. I assume so. That's fantastic if that's a good thing, right? If you're happy with it. I would not have been happy, but I woke up, apparently, even though I have an alarm set, it didn't go off, which was weird because it was on my phone and that's usually really reliable. So I woke up a little bit later than usual. You had your U.S. naturalization interview today. Congratulations. Where are you naturalizing from? I did not realize. And I was just looking, since we're not going to raid Cookie Manor tonight, I wanted to see who else was on, so we're going to go see Dana. You were born and raised in Iran. You had to flee the country years ago. Oh my gosh, that sounds super stressful. Well, congratulations. That's super great. I'm glad that you are going to, I mean, I'm assuming you did well with your interview. One of my cousins was naturalized. Well, she's adopted, but then had to do the thing. And she was tiny. She was like 6. And, you know, they ask you all who are grown up, don't know the answers to. And she knew all, of course, she knew everything. Because my aunt had prepared her well and that kind of thing. And so it was just one of those like, wow, we should maybe do better with our own stuff, like the history of this and this. And I'm like, I don't know American history. I'm just American. I don't care. It's very weird. So you ran from Iran. Yeah, right. Bora likes that. Bora likes a good pun. Well, hey, I wanted to say thank you again to all of you for being here. I do want to give an extra thanks to Theater Tech for including my URL in the program. So maybe next week I'll have a lot of new, I was gonna say faces, but it's names, right? But I appreciate you all being here, especially after I messed it up and y'all stuck with me. So I know you're not here just because I can bake a scone, because sometimes I can't. But as usual, I appreciate you all very, very much. I will see you on Tuesday, unless I take the week off, but I'll post in Discord if I'm taking the week off. So, so if you want to know, you pop over into Discord and have a check. Let me tell 3 people that contributed to the Federalist Papers, right? Exactly. That's exactly the kind of stuff it is. I'm like, I don't know, founding fathers, Massachusetts calling, it's awful, isn't it? Oh, thank you, Bora. Yes, yes. I always will mention in the best chat, which is my general chat, if I'm not here. Oh, Scrub Racing. Ah, yeah, sorry, we're just at the end. We're gonna go say hi to Dana in Dana's kitchen in a minute. But if you follow and notify, you'll know when I'm on next. So it should be Tuesday or the Tuesday after. I've been thinking about taking a week off just for a while, but you know, we'll see. Just play it by ear. Drive safe, thank you very much. You've been here the whole time. Oh, you first time chat. Well, thank you very much for lurking. Everything I said applies to you as well. I appreciate you all. We'll raid out and you never ever have to stay, but if you want to, Dana's pretty good. Like I like Dana, so. If you're curious, the 3 people are Alexander Hamilton, James Madison, and John Jay. I will forget that again, unfortunately, but I'm glad that you told me anyway, just because I was curious. I have trouble sticking with certain information, so. All right, y'all, take care. Have a really great weekend. I will see you soon.
Double rain. That is our second double race tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. How awesome Guys, hello, welcome